welcome to Temple of Games. I am your host, Timothy Harper, and here to bring you a discussion based on what my most anticipated video games of 2017 are. Now, in this list, there are no Nintendo games whatsoever on this. I'm going to do that for a separate discussion and list of my most anticipated Nintendo video games of 2017. However, there are also no Xbox games on this list because I'm not an Xbox fan, never have been, just have never seen the appeal of it. So if you think Xbox games should be on this list, that's fine. I'm just not an Xbox fan. Now in this list, there's going to be a lot of third parties and a lot of PlayStation games. Now some of these may cross-platform on other consoles like Nintendo Switch or Xbox, but I'm primarily focusing on games that aren't on that console, so there's no exclusive first-party titles on there. So let's start off with a game that was a Kickstarter game and got a lot of notoriety, and it's still getting notoriety, and it looks amazing to play, and I can't wait to play, and that's Yooka-Laylee. Now, this Yooka-Laylee game is based off of Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong Country off the N64. The same guys who were part of Rare have left Rare and formed their new company called Playtonic Games. Now, in this game, they have referred to it as a spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie, and you can tell just by the gameplay, by the look of it, by the music. The music in this game is amazing. You love video game music. It's so catchy, I just want to start dancing and sing along to it, and it makes my head bob because I think back of Banjo-Kazooie, and it really is a spiritual successor to it, and that's so good. I loved Banjo-Kazooie as a kid. I will phrase that game to the end of time. But in this game, let's talk about Yooka-Laylee. Yooka-Laylee is based off a chameleon and a bat joining forces, similar to how Banjo and Kazooie met. And in this case, their story elements have still not been given out yet. No one really knows the story. However, I know the villain is a bee, not a witch. But it's exciting nonetheless because a lot of the gameplay mechanics are very, very cool to see, and they bring a lot of Banjo-Kazooie and even Donkey Kong Country into this game. There's a lot of rails, and I'm excited to play it very much, as you can tell. Its release date is April 11, 2017, so we got a couple months away, and this game will be on PS4 and Xbox One. It was supposed to be, on Wii U. However, because of unforeseen circumstances, they couldn't actually put this game on the Wii U. The Wii U has been canceled. Now, rumor has it it's going to be a Nintendo Switch title, but no one knows exactly. I hope this is a Nintendo Switch title because just bring Playtonic home to Nintendo, because if the guys from Rare did anything, they made a lot of great games on the N64, and we need that back on Nintendo Switch. So I'm excited to see that. Next game, he's a famous little guy. Many people love this little blue hedgehog, and that's Sonic the Hedgehog. He has two games coming out in 2017. We'll talk about the very first one, which basically, if you loved old school Sonic, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic and Tails, Sonic 2, this is the game for you because it's a lot of side-scrolling game. It's called Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania looks amazing. Visually, it's pleasing to the eye, by far. The music's really good. It's fun. It's an amazing game, and the gameplay is really tight. It feels like you were playing back in the old days. I don't know much about it. I'm not sure if it's a remix. I don't know if it's remastered. I haven't much looked into it, but this game I'm really excited to play and find out for myself. I don't like spoiling a lot of games I don't know, and especially the ones that just catch my eye that I really don't have really much invest in. Like, this game is like one of those. I just saw it, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm interested in playing it. So I'm interested in this game, and I can't wait to play it. But the next one I'm super interested in, and that's Project Sonic 2017. Now, this one doesn't have a title yet, and this one is also slated for 2017. We don't know the exact date yet, which I'm probably assuming later in 2017, more like the holiday season. But in this case, it's new Sonic and old Sonic teaming up again to fight the evil of the world. No idea what's the story, no idea who else is in it, we don't know who the villain is. We don't know where the location of this game is. All we know is that new Sonic and old Sonic are in it, and there's a bunch of egg bots destroying a city. That's all. The trailer's really cool. I recommend going seeing it, and I think it'd be great to go see. The gameplay, like I said, there's not much on it. It's very in its early stages, as far as I know. But it's slated for a Nintendo Switch release and PS4 and Xbox One. I'm so glad they're putting this one on Nintendo Switch because when you think Sonic, you think Nintendo. Nintendo I mean, it's sad that Sega went out, but Nintendo has treated Sega very well, treated its IPs very well, and I'm glad that Sonic is on the platform of the console. I hope they bring Sonic Mania. That's not been announced yet. Maybe on January 12th we might find out more about Sonic and his future with Nintendo. But for right now, we don't know much about it at all. So it'll be interesting to see. And I'm excited for it. Like you said, it's Sonic. Gotta go fast. The next game is a little bit more mature for younger viewers, and that's South Park Fractured But Whole. Now, if you played the original South Park and the Stick of Truth, if you were a fan of the series, you were a fan of the game. You fell in love with the game like I did. The game had so many innuendos, so many references to the series, so many cliches. It was just a grand old time, and I fell in love with the game. It was funny from beginning to end. The playing aspect, the gameplay of it was amazing. The graphics were amazing. The voice acting was amazing. It was just all around a very, very good game. And it took a lot of people by surprise because before that, a lot of South Park games weren't really good. So I was very impressed. And they actually kind of won some awards. And so, and the base of that game was they were in the Hobbit. And it was really cool to watch and play. And everything else was happening around them. It's just a very good game. So in this case, South Park Fractured But Whole, you're the same kid from the first one, but now you're split in between two teams again. But this is a superhero era now. It's a civil war inside South Park superheroes, and now you must take sides. And it's a very interesting concept, very interesting premise, especially now that superheroes are prominent in our daily lives on movies, television, video games, books, everywhere you look at superheroes everywhere. So I'm excited to see what happens around it. The storyline, as far as I know, is there's just been a fight between the kids again, splitting them down the middle. One side says one thing, one side says the other thing. They pick a side like they did in the first one. I'm excited to see the story from this, because the story in the first one was a really good story. It tied up a lot of loose ends, and even the side quests were really good in the first one. So I'm excited for South Park Fractured But Whole. Now the next one is also a little bit more mature. I should say it for a couple games now on this list, because the next about 4 games are all horror-based games, and I'm a big horror game lover. I love being scared by video games. I love being jumped by horror games, and horror games in 2017 will be a good year. First up is a horror icons finally getting a game, and that's Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th, the game. Now in this case, Friday the 13th, the game was also a Kickstarter program game. And for those that don't know Kickstarter, it's basically a fan-based game, a fan-based project that fans can pay in to create things like games or support people. But Friday the 13th is a Kickstarter game, and it's a really cool game. In this game, you play as one or a couple things. One, you play as Jason Voorhees, and you go around killing counselors and gruesome, and it's really sad to say this, but it was almost satisfying to kill these counselors in certain ways, because when the beta released, this game blew up the internet. Just before I go any further, when the beta was released for Friday the 13th, that's all I saw was Friday the 13th. On Twitch, on YouTube, this game was everywhere, and people loved it. And it was a beta version. I would have bought the beta was the final product. I would have bought the game and not have a problem with it at all. It was such a good game, satisfying, and it's even fun playing as Jason. And then it's also playing as the counselors was just as fun. Trying to get away from Jason, trying to call the cops, get away in the car, fix the car. And there was only one map. The funny thing was the beta was only one map, a few Jasons, and a couple counselors. There are going to be more added to the full game, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to be a part of this horror survivor, and I hope it does well, because I want to see other horror icons get games like Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and stop being in the Mortal Kombat series as fighters, because it's a cool idea, but either you make a full horror game with all the horror icons involved, or you don't. You just pick one or the other. I'm tired of it. Come on, Alien, Predator, and Mortal Kombat. I don't really get it, but to each his own, I suppose. Next game is a PS4 exclusive title. Not much is known about this game. It's called Days Gone. It's basically a post-apocalyptic zombie world. Again, I know a lot of people are getting tired of this type of genre, But I'm excited for it because it does something a little bit different than most zombie games. It has a horde of zombies coming after you. The only one that's somewhat equivalent to it is Dead Rising. Now, Dead Rising has a lot of slow-moving zombies. Days Gone has a lot of fast-paced moving zombies coming after you from all directions. And if you haven't seen the E3 2016 gameplay trailer of Days Gone, go check it out. I recommend it. It's scary. I wasn't even playing in it, and I remember just watching, being my heart pumping, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They're coming after me. There's tons, and it's interesting. And they'll break through walls, they'll climb up trees, they'll climb up walls to come after you. It's a very good game. Not much is known about it, as far as I know. No release date has been given. I think it's 2017 slated. Then just no idea when or where. I hope it does good, because I'd love to see this game do well. I love new IPs. I love new games. So we'll see how this goes. Next, for horror genre fans, Outlast 2. Outlast is a very good game. I'm very excited to play it. Yet again, the sequel. If you haven't played the first one, or Whistleblower, go check it out. It's psychologically messing with you in some way, shapes, or form. Like, you use a video camera to see, look in the dark. It's very cool, very awesome. I'm excited to play it. I really don't know the premise of Outlast 2, this as a sequel, but it's excited to be coming out this year. So let's hope it does well like the first one did, and keep up. It doesn't go in the bad way of sequels, because horror sequels like movies do. So I'm hoping Outlast 2 is really good. And the creme de la creme of the horror genre this year that many people have been talking about, that I've been talking about, my demo was amazing, so psychologically different. To me, when you look at this game, it's a spiritual successor of what PT should have been, and that's Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Based on the trailers, it's been very secretive about this game. As far as I know, in the trailers and the gameplay and the demo, there has been no reference to any other Resident Evil in the series, which I'm a little bit surprised about, kind of ish. I don't know who the main character is. I don't know who this family is. This family is kind of crazy. All you do is you're in this house. If you haven't played the demo, go play it. Very fun, very scary. Multiple endings in that demo. Awesome game. And I do feel like this is a return to the horror genre aspect of Resident Evil 7, moving away from that action survivor, moving to a survival horror game. And that's what it needs to be, and that's what it should be. Resident Evil 7, very good. I cannot wait to play. The graphics look great, and it's also going to be in VR. So if you're a big VR person, I'd say get it. As far as I know, this is a PS4, Xbox One game. There are rumors of a Nintendo Switch version coming out that has not been confirmed nor denied at this point. But we'll see how that goes. Next up, we're going into 2 fighting games that are coming out in 2017, which one was just announced, but I'm excited for, and that's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, excuse me. And in this case, if you don't know the premise of Capcom versus Marvel vs. Capcom, rather, it is Marvel characters against Capcom characters. All your favorite Marvel characters like Wolverine, Storm, Thor, Hulk, Spider-Man versus people like Mega Man, Ryu, Albert Wesker. It's just a really fun time. Now we only know 4 characters that have been announced. That's Ryu, Mega Man X, Iron Man, and Captain Marvel. Or Miss Marvel. I forget who she is anymore. There's too many Marvels and superhero genres. There is no release date yet given on the Marvel vs. Capcom. However, it is slated to be a 2017 release. I'm excited to see the roster. It's when you get these fighting games like this, it's cool to see the roster. That's like always my favorite part of any fighting game, really a cross fighting game between something and something. It's just to see who's all on the roster, because I love playing as these characters, and I hope certain characters are in it, because I've been hearing some rumors that certain mutants won't be in this game because of legal issues or what have you. So I hope they soften this out. But I'm still anticipating for this game. I love the trailer, the gameplay of it. So it's different than most fighting games as well. It does it different than what its counterpart is, which is next on my list, and that's Injustice 2, which instead of Marvel characters, it's all DC characters fighting, and I'm excited for it. The first one, Injustice: Gods Among Us, did very, very well. Based out of NetherRealm, who does a lot of Mortal Kombat series. It has the same gameplay mechanics as Mortal Kombat, but without the blood and all that gore that we associate with Mortal Kombat. Instead, this time it's all superheroes. It's DC superheroes. In this case, what they did was similar to what they did to Mortal Kombat X, is they had different armors that these superheroes can take on. And if you played the first game's story, first to me, the story in Injustice was really, really good. I loved the story. I loved how it was implemented. I love the story, and I really hope that Injustice 2 has nailed the story yet again. Character-wise, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. There's certain characters I don't see yet that I'm kind of getting worried I want to see in it, but we'll see how that goes. I am glad that they're bringing in new faces. I hope they keep some of the old faces though too, because unlike Mortal Kombat, I feel like DC's characters, everyone wants to see a DC character in it, so hopefully they keep it character roster as full as they can, but we'll see how that goes. Injustice 2 is slated to be a 2017 release on the PS4 and Xbox One. Now, this year, as far as I know, there's not a lot of remakes made or planned for 2017. But there is one that really hasn't been announced yet, but rumor has it it's a 2017 release, and that's Final Fantasy VII. If you have played the original Final Fantasy VII, you know this game revolutionized on the PlayStation. Excuse me. People consider this one of the best games of all time. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I've only Final Fantasy game I played was 15, and I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 15. Now, in this game, I really have no idea. What about all I know is there's a character named Cloud with a giant sword. I've never really got into Final Fantasy before, and I'm excited to go back into the game that really made the genre or the series as like Ocarina of Time did. Because it was a funny time because Final Fantasy VII came out right around Legends of Ocarina of Time, so it's always been compared to, and I loved Ocarina of Time. So I'm excited to play this game. I know it's a little bit different, but the graphics of this game is just freaking amazing. It looks beautiful. I cannot wait to play it coming on the PS4. Now another game that a lot of people have been waiting for and been begging for and haven't gotten, or seem to be finally getting, is Kingdom Hearts 3. In this series, it's a mixture between Final Fantasy and Disney characters. You go to Disney World, you interact with the characters, and it's a really fun time. And the first two installments were really fun, and people were really enjoying it, and people want to know what's happening next. And it's been years since the last one. There's been tons of rumors about Kingdom Hearts 3 and who's in it, what's not in it. And it was finally given a trailer last year. As far as I know, there has been no release date given to Kingdom Hearts 3, and really people are starting to get a little worried, but I think it's going to be a 2017 end of the year release, so that's why I put it on this list. I know there's no release date given, but I'm excited to play this game, play as Sora, see all the Disney characters, and now that Disney has required Star Wars and Marvel, who knows, they might add, some of those characters involved. Imagine going to the Jedi Temple in a Star Wars concept or what have you, or fly an X-Wing or something. It'd be really cool to see. And a lot of people don't want that, but they're Disney now, guys. You got to get over the fact that, yes, they're different. Disney is a little bit different, but it's all Disney now. It is what it is at this point. So get over it, and I'm enjoying Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, the most bizarre game of the year, one shrouded in secrecy, shrouded in mystery, shrouded in I don't know what the hell this game is Death Stranding by Kojima. I will tell you, when I first saw the first trailer of Death Stranding, of Norman Reedus walking on the beach, a dried up beach with a baby in his hand, I would have said, nah, not my game. I don't know what it is, too freaky, whatever. But then I saw the next trailer, which shows a little bit more, and it was really interesting concept. And there's no gameplay yet, but the graphics from the CGI film looks great. I'm excited to play it. I just want to know what this game is. That's why I'm so anticipated to find out what this game is and play this game and really enjoy it. I'm glad Kojima is doing his own thing now, because I knew he wanted to get done with Metal Gear. So maybe this is a new game. So we'll see how it goes. I know this game will do well. Kojima stuff always does well. He's a great producer, creator of video games, just look at the Metal Gear Solid series. There's no way this game's not going to be good at all. I'm intrigued. I wouldn't say I'm anticipating. Like I said, this game's hard for me to judge because there's really nothing based on it. We don't even have a release date yet. It could come out in 2018 or 2020 for all we know, but I think it's going to be a 2017 release. I really do. So, Death Stranding on the PS4 and Xbox One. I'm excited to play it and see it. Now, for PS4 fans, there's a little guy named Kratos that hasn't been getting much love lately. Really hasn't been appearing in much anymore, but he's getting basically he's basically being redone now, but he's in a different setting. He's no longer in Greek mythology. He's in Northern mythology, like Loki and Thor and Asgard, that era. And he's in a different land. He looks a lot different. He looks a lot more mature. There was a gameplay footage of God of War. I believe it was E3. I believe it was, and it really sucked me in because this game is beautiful, and the graphics are great. I'm excited for the story. I know the original God of Wars were amazing and awesome and grand scale death scenes, so I'm excited to play God of War. Not much to say on this game though. However, there's no release date given on this game. I'm hoping it's a 2017 release. I think God of War needs it. It's like they're really one of the big last titles on the PS4 that haven't gotten a game yet. However, there's a new IP in town that looks really cool to play, and that's Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm excited to play. You play as a female in this gigantic robotic empire. It's Zelda meets the future, pretty much. I'm excited to play it. It's an action role-playing video game. Now it's set to be released in February 28th, 2017. I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to see it. I don't really know much about it. All I know is I've seen a couple trailers on it, and I'm excited. And I know that this game took a little bit of time to develop, but I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to play it. Let's get going, guys. We love it. But my next game I'm really excited for is Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, the Mass Effect series was amazing. I loved it. Perfect games. The multiple story elements was just amazing. The graphics were cool. The gameplay was a little bit laggy. I'm not gonna lie. Mass Effect didn't have the greatest gameplay footage, but I'm excited to go back into Mass Effect. I'm dying to see Andromeda. More gameplay, more trailers. Give me something. It was just announced at the Game Awards in December, so there's not much coming out of this game. There really hasn't been a release date given on this game. However, I believe that it could be a 2017 release. It's on PS4 and Xbox One. However, there is, as BioWare just came out today and said, there might be a possibility of it being on Switch, just not at launch. There has to be a demand for it, so we'll see about that. But new characters, new world, new land, new alien races. I'm excited to see it. And it's a female character. I'm hoping it has the same amount of customization as the original did, because that's what really drew that game in, was the amount of customization and storytelling. The storytelling in Mass Effect led that game to what it was. Just by default, that was just the game, the graphics and the story. So I'm excited to see it. And one of the most anticipated games of next year that has had the least amount of info released on it is Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, Red Dead Redemption, the original, was amazing. It really was a game that I didn't think would do very well. I didn't think that when I first heard of it, I was like, it's a Western game, it's a Western old style cowboy and game that really wouldn't do well. But then I played it and I was like, wow, this game is freaking amazing. This game really brings to life that Western feel, and you just would love to go ride on your horse and just look across the land. And John Marston, the main character, was amazing. The story was really cool. The characters are memorable. At least I can remember almost all the characters that I met. And I'm excited for Red Dead Redemption. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending from Red Dead Redemption. I won't do that. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, this is considered a prequel to that game. So if you haven't played Red Dead, go play the first one before you pick up the second one. Like I said, there's very little given about this game. From what we saw in the trailer, this game is going to be graphically amazing. It's amazing graphically. I'm excited to play it, excited to see it. I'm excited to see the story behind it. Rumor has it it's John Marston, but before, when I was still in this game, terrorizing the West. So we'll see how that goes. Red Dead Redemption 2 slated to be a 2017 release. However, we don't know much about it after that. They're saying fall, but I'm thinking this game's going to be pushed back maybe to the end of 2017, early 2018. But I'm excited to play it. It's by Rockstar, so we'll see. And the last game on my list that probably will not be in 2017, but there is no release date given on it. So I'm praying, I'm hoping, I'm pleading to the gods that this game gets released in 2017, or at least at the end of 2017 or early 2018. And that's the big game that was shown off at the Game Award, or the PlayStation Experience, excuse me. And that's The Last of Us Part 2. For those that haven't played The Last of Us, go play it. Get off my channel and go play Last of Us. That game is... Oh, that game is amazing. Gameplay-wise, it's amazing. The story of The Last of Us sold the game so much. The opening gameplay footage, the opening state level was just got you involved in the game and these characters, and as you played, you just fell in love with these characters from beginning to end. And from the trailer, you can tell that there's something going on with our Ellie and Joel. So I really hope that this game really does well. I'm excited to see an older, more vengeful Ellie, and I like seeing Joel as the more subdued, the more calm, the more wiser person than what he once was. It's really nice to see a little twist of character. I know there are some fan theories out there about this game, how Joel is dead and Ellie's going after them, or after the Fireflies, what they did, but I don't know. That's speculation as far as I know. As far as I know, there is nothing given about this Last of Us game. All we know is you will play as Ellie and not Joel this time around, and that it's going to be an exciting game, and I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to relive The Last of Us. I hope it shows different areas of the country. It did that a little bit in The Last of Us. They toured the whole country, but I really hope they go a little bit, further south, because it really felt like it just went across the north, which would be the fastest way across the country, but from where they were. But you know what I mean. I want to see more of the country. But other than that, that's all of my most anticipated video games of 2017. All 19 of them. All these games I will be buying day one. All these games I will be playing. Hopefully, I'm going to be streaming a lot of these games. Hopefully, I'm going to be enjoying these games every day, hyping these games up to a maximum. I'm just excited to play all these games, and I hope I have enough time to play all these games. So, if you like what you see here, guys, just remember to leave a comment in chat in the video below. I'm tired, guys. It's late night. Tell me if these games you agree with are your most anticipated games of 2017, or what are your most anticipated games of 2017. I want to hear these games that I can probably pick up and play myself. I really want to see what other games that you guys are into. And if you like what you see here, please remember to subscribe to my channel and give me a like. And if you like what you see here, subscribe. That's pretty much all I gotta do, is subscribe and just enjoy it. And follow me on Twitter. I like to interact with my fans. I like to give ideas, promote ideas, ask questions, get some polling done, because I want to see because it's all about the fans. Fans drive the video game industry, and I hope that you will buy all these games on this list, because I feel like each one of these deserve recognition for their greatness, for the time put into them. So please go buy these games and subscribe to me. And as always, guys, have a good day. Bye.